This is the news for today, Monday, July 15, 2024. Biden retracts Bullseye comment on Trump, campaign's halt amid rally incident. President Biden has acknowledged that it was a mistake to say he wanted to put former President Donald Trump in a bullseye. In an interview with NBC News, Biden clarified that he meant to emphasize the need to focus on Trump's actions rather than targeting him personally. This statement comes after an incident at a Trump rally in western Pennsylvania where someone attempted to harm the former president, causing the death of one of his supporters. Biden has consistently characterized Trump as a threat to democracy, citing instances such as his ambition to become a dictator and his rhetoric leading up to the January 6 Capitol riot. Despite acknowledging the mistake, Biden remains resolute in his stance against Trump's actions. The incident has led to a temporary pause in Biden's campaign, with advertising and messaging halted. However, the campaign is set to resume, focusing on differentiating Biden from Trump. The Democratic Party is cautiously observing the evolving dynamics, with some lawmakers potentially reconsidering Biden's candidacy upon their return to Washington. As the 2024 election approaches, the rivalry between Biden and Trump continues to intensify, with both sides emphasizing their commitment to democracy and their vision for the country's future. This is the news for today, Monday, July 15, 2024. Trump picks J.D. Vance as running mate, aiming to bolster 2024 chances with Ohio Senator's appeal. Donald Trump has chosen Sen. J.D. Vance of Ohio as his running mate for the 2024 presidential election. Vance, a 39-year-old Republican, has experienced a rapid rise to political power since the release of his memoir, Hillbilly Elegy, in 2016. The book, which narrates Vance's personal journey amid the challenges faced by Appalachia and Rust Belt America, propelled him to stardom and helped him understand Trump's voter base. Vance's background includes serving in the Marines and obtaining degrees from Ohio State University and Yale Law School. He worked as a venture capitalist in Silicon Valley before entering politics. Initially a never-Trumper in 2016, Vance transitioned to become a staunch ally of the former president, emphasizing Trump's achievements during his tenure. Vance has advocated for conservative issues, including a departure from interventionist foreign policies, free market economics, and the preservation of American culture. Despite being labeled an extremist by Democrats, Vance has shown a willingness to engage in bipartisan efforts, co-sponsoring legislation with Democratic Senator Sherrod Brown on various matters. Vance's strengths lie in his debating skills, fundraising capabilities, and his ability to articulate Trump's agenda. Supporters believe that Vance's representation of the America First ideology could be instrumental in winning over states like Michigan and Wisconsin, which were closely contested in the 2020 election, and share similarities with Ohio in terms of values, demographics, and economic concerns. The selection of Vance as Trump's running mate is seen as a strategic attempt to consolidate Trump's support base. Leveraging Vance's growing popularity within the GOP, the announcement was made official during the Republican National Convention, where both Trump and Vance accepted their nominations. This partnership between Trump and Vance is poised to shape the dynamics of the upcoming presidential race, as they work together to rally the GOP's support and present a united front. This is the news for today, Monday, July 15, 2024. California bans parental notification on student pronoun changes. A dive into student autonomy and privacy with Governor Newsom. California has become the first state to ban school rules that require parental notification if a student decides to change their pronouns or gender identity. Governor Gavin Newsom signed the bill into law, reflecting the state's commitment to protecting student privacy and supporting LGBTQ+ rights within educational institutions. This new legislation arises amid increasing debates across the country over parental rights and student confidentiality in schools. Under the law, school districts in California are prohibited from enacting policies that mandate staff to inform parents about changes in a student's gender identity without the student's consent. Advocates argue that this measure is crucial for the mental health and safety of transgender and non-binary students, who may face hostile or non-supportive environments at home. Opponents, however, claim the law undermines parental rights and involvement in their children's lives. Despite this controversy, the legislation highlights California's broader efforts to ensure inclusive and non-discriminatory environments for all students. Governor Newsom and other Democratic state officials emphasize the importance of protecting student autonomy and privacy. The passage of the bill was influenced by incidents in certain school districts where forced disclosure policies led to significant backlash. This step by California could potentially set a precedent for other states considering similar measures. As the debate continues, California's new law marks a significant moment in the ongoing conversation about gender identity, student rights, and parental involvement in education. This is the news for today. Monday, July 15, 2024, Disney grapples with massive Slack breach by Nullbulge. A dive into corporate cybersecurity challenges. Disney is investigating a significant breach of its internal Slack channels, allegedly perpetrated by a group known as Nullbulge. The hackers claim to have accessed approximately 1.1 terabytes of data, including thousands of messages and files from nearly 10,000 channels. The leaked data reportedly contains sensitive information on unreleased projects, raw images, code, login details, and links to internal resources. The breach highlights ongoing challenges in cybersecurity, particularly for large organizations relying heavily on internal communication platforms like Slack. Disney's cybersecurity team is currently assessing the scope and impact of the breach to determine the extent of the data leaked and reinforce security measures to prevent future incidents. This is the news for today. Monday, July 15, 2024, bird flu alert. Rising human cases at Colorado egg farm prompt health scramble. 5 more human bird flu cases have been reported in Colorado, more than doubling the number of infections this year. The cases were confirmed in workers at a commercial egg layer operation in northeast Colorado. The workers exhibited mild symptoms, including conjunctivitis and common respiratory infection symptoms, and none were hospitalized. Authorities have identified the strain as the H5N1 variant, known for its high morbidity rate in avian species and its potential for zoonotic transmission. The Colorado Department of Public Health and Environment, alongside federal agencies, are actively investigating the outbreak to mitigate further spread. Epidemiologists emphasize the importance of immediate containment measures and health screenings for workers in the poultry industry. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, has reiterated the need for rigorous biosecurity practices on farms and among those in close contact with poultry. This recent surge in cases has raised alarms among public health experts, who are calling it a potential turning point in the fight against avian influenza. They urge swift and effective action to prevent the virus from gaining a stronger foothold in human populations. The situation underscores the critical need for ongoing vigilance and adequate preparation to tackle emerging infectious diseases. This is the news for today. Monday, July 15, 2024. Ingrid Andress hits a sour note at 2024 MLB Home Run Derby. Viral anthem fallout. Country singer Ingrid Andress recently performed the national anthem at the 2024 MLB Home Run Derby, an event that has now gone viral for unexpected reasons. As Andress took to the field, anticipation filled the air, but what followed was a shaky rendition of the Star-Spangled Banner that left quite an impression. Social media quickly took note of the performance, with opinions ranging from critical to humorous. Memes and videos circulated, comparing her rendition to other infamous national anthem performances in history. Despite the shaky execution, some fans praised Andress for her courage to perform live under immense pressure. Interestingly, the performance sparked a wave of collective commentary, uniting people from different spheres, whether they were music enthusiasts or sports fans. The incident also brought an unexpected spotlight to the singer, who is primarily known for her work in country music rather than sports events. As the video continues to gain traction online, it serves as a reminder of the unpredictable nature of live performances. Whether viewed as a viral mishap or a courageous display or even perhaps a great marketing ploy, Ingrid Andress' rendition of the national anthem at the MLB Home Run Derby will undoubtedly be remembered for years to come. This is the news for today, Monday, July 15, 2024. Elon Musk joins forces with Trump, a $45 million boost from tech's biggest names to America PAC. Elon Musk has pledged to contribute $45 million a month to a pro-Donald Trump super PAC, significantly boosting the former president's re-election efforts. This substantial financial commitment marks a significant alignment with Trump's political ambitions and the Republican agenda. The super PAC, known as America PAC, is funded by several wealthy tech entrepreneurs in Musk's social circle, including Palantir co-founder Joe Lonsdale and crypto billionaires Cameron and Tyler Winklevoss. This move underscores the growing fusion of wealth and politics in contemporary election dynamics, with the astronomical sum serving as a reminder of the profound impact that billionaire contributions can have on the political landscape. This is the news for today, Monday, July 15, 2024. Milwaukee marches. Thousands protest Trump and GOP at Republican National Convention. Thousands of protesters converged in Milwaukee to voice their disapproval of former President Donald Trump and the Republican National Convention agenda. The march, organized by several advocacy groups, saw people flooding downtown with signs and chants. Chief among the groups were Voces de la Frontera, known for their work on immigrant rights, and the Freedom Road Socialist Organization. They were united in sending a clear message. Trump's policies and those of the GOP are not welcome in their city. Christine Newman Ortiz, leader of Voces de la Frontera, emphasized that the protest was about standing up for justice and against hate. The demonstrators called for a fairer system that benefits all rather than a select few. Signs with messages denouncing Trump's immigration policies and the GOP's stance on healthcare and the environment were prominent. Speakers at the event included local leaders and activists who urged the crowd to stay engaged and make their voices heard in upcoming elections. The demonstration remained peaceful, although tensions were high. Authorities maintained a visible presence to ensure the safety of all participants. The protests in Milwaukee signal a strong opposition to the current Republican agenda and highlight the ongoing division and activism leading up to the 2024 election. Organizers have vowed to continue their efforts, insisting that their demands for justice and change will not be silenced. This is the news for today, Monday, July 15, 2024. Deadly hike in Canyonlands. The Herrera tragedy unfolds on Syncline Loop Trail. A father and daughter, Albino Herrera Espinoza and Beatriz Herrera, were found dead in Utah's Canyonlands National Park after running out of water during a hike in 100-degree temperatures. They were hiking the challenging Syncline Loop Trail when they became disoriented and exhausted their water supply. This tragic incident highlights the dangers of high-temperature hiking and the critical importance of adequate preparation. Authorities have reiterated safety guidelines, emphasizing the need for visitors to bring ample water and inform others of their plans. This incident follows a series of similar incidents in the region, underscoring the risks associated with underestimating the harsh desert environment. This is the news for today, Monday, July 15, 2024. Surge alert. Rising COVID-19 cases in the U.S. with CDC updates on health measures. A significant surge in COVID-19 cases has been reported across the United States, with the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention identifying 26 states now experiencing very high levels of infection. Rising numbers have led to increased concerns about public health and safety. Among the states most affected are California, Texas, and Florida, which are showing sharp spikes in virus levels detected in wastewater samples. California alone has reached very high levels of COVID in wastewater, a first since last winter, heralding a potential return to pandemic-like conditions. Data shows a growing trend of increased hospitalizations and emergency room visits due to COVID-19, placing additional strain on healthcare systems already dealing with various public health challenges. Omicron variants and other mutated strains are contributing factors to the broader spread of the virus. Public health officials emphasize the importance of vaccinations, boosters, and adherence to safety protocols to mitigate further spread. The CDC continues to monitor the situation closely, urging state and local governments to prepare for potential upswings in cases. The public is advised to stay informed and take necessary precautions to protect themselves and their communities. As COVID-19 cases surge, heightened vigilance and preventative measures remain crucial to navigating this new wave of infections. This is the news for today, Monday, July 15, 2024. Navigating tensions. Israeli President Herzog upholds Gaza campaign in talks with UK Foreign Secretary. In recent diplomatic engagements, Israeli President Isaac Herzog communicated a strong stance to the UK Foreign Secretary, asserting that there is no war more just than the Gaza campaign. During discussions that deeply focused on regional stability, Herzog emphasized the necessity and righteousness of the military actions taken in Gaza. This assertion comes amid ongoing international discussions and calls for ceasefire to address the humanitarian concerns in the region. The UK Foreign Secretary visited both Israel and the West Bank at a time of heightened tensions, reiterating his call for an immediate ceasefire. His stance reflects a broader international appeal for a halt in hostilities to facilitate humanitarian aid and dialogue. Despite this, Israeli leadership maintains its position, underscoring the Gaza campaign as a critical measure for national security and regional stability. The dialogue between Herzog and the UK Foreign Secretary underscores the complexities and divergent perspectives within the international community regarding the conflict. It brings to light the delicate balance between military strategy and humanitarian considerations in one of the world's most contentious regions. The outcome of these discussions remains to be seen as both sides navigate the path towards potential resolutions amid continuing disputes. This is the news for today, Monday, July 15, 2024. Melting poles and lengthening days. How climate change alters Earth's rotation and technology. Scientists have discovered that climate change is significantly impacting Earth's rotation, leading to longer days. The melting of polar ice caps is slowing down the planet's spin, causing days to lengthen at an unprecedented rate. This deceleration is primarily due to the redistribution of Earth's mass as meltwater flows from the poles towards the equator, which flattens the planet at the poles and bulges it more in the middle, thereby slowing its rotation. The impact of climate change on Earth's rotation is substantial, with significant implications for timekeeping systems like GPS and communication satellites. Researchers at institutions such as NASA, ETH Zurich, and the University of California, San Diego have corroborated these findings, emphasizing that this shift is tied to the ongoing climate crisis and increasing levels of planet-warming pollution. These changes in Earth's rotation may prompt potential adjustments to atomic time and coordinated universal time systems. Leap seconds may become more necessary to account for discrepancies caused by the lengthening of days. The findings highlight the broader impact of climate change, not just on the environment but also on technological systems. As ice continues to melt, the anticipation is that this trend of slowing Earth's rotation will persist, warranting further scientific investigation and adaptation in timekeeping practices. This is the news for today, Monday, July 15, 2024. War and disease. How conflicts are disrupting global vaccinations with UN and WHO insights. The United Nations has warned that war is now the leading cause behind a significant decline in global vaccinations. According to a recent report, conflict and instability in regions such as Sudan, Yemen, Afghanistan, and the Democratic Republic of the Congo have severely disrupted healthcare services, including immunization programs. As a result, the global childhood immunization levels stalled in 2023, leaving millions of children without life-saving protection against diseases like measles and HPV. The World Health Organization highlights that these interruptions have created a dangerous situation where 14.5 million children worldwide remain unvaccinated. This decline follows what public health officials describe as a historic backslide during the COVID-19 pandemic, from which global vaccination rates have not recovered. Experts underscore that without immediate and sustained efforts to address these disruptions, the world faces potential outbreaks of preventable diseases, with severe consequences for children's health globally. UNICEF and WHO stress that rebuilding immunization systems in conflict zones must be a priority, emphasizing that vaccination is a critical component of public health infrastructure. They call on the international community to strengthen support for immunization services and ensure children in war-torn regions receive the vaccinations they desperately need. The ongoing conflicts necessitate coordinated global actions to restore and enhance vaccination programs, safeguarding millions of children from preventable diseases. This is the news for today, Monday, July 15, 2024. Chaos at Copa America. Security breach at Argentina versus Colombia in Miami. The Copa America final between Argentina and Colombia at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami was marred by chaos and security breaches. Thousands of ticketless fans attempted to enter the venue, leading to multiple instances of individuals climbing walls and using vents to gain access. The Miami-Dade Police Department reported various disturbances, including disorderly conduct and attempts by fans to enter the stadium unlawfully. The situation turned chaotic, with fans breaching security barriers, leaping over railings, and disregarding police and stadium staff. Significant damage was observed at the venue post-event, including broken escalator railings and discarded items like shoes, beverage cans, and clothing. The police department reported the presence of over 800 law enforcement officers at the stadium during the event. Among those arrested was Ramon Jesserin, the president of Colombia's soccer governing body, and his son Ramon Jamil Jesserin, who faced allegations of engaging in altercations with multiple security personnel. The event highlighted the need for a thorough assessment of safety and security procedures, particularly in anticipation of the upcoming World Cup in 2026. This is the news for today, Monday, July 15, 2024. Unveiling lunar mysteries. NASA's discovery of a potential astronaut shelter on the Moon. Scientists have made a groundbreaking discovery on the Moon, uncovering an underground cave that could potentially serve as a shelter for astronauts on future space missions. This significant find was made possible through the analysis of radar data from NASA's Lunar Reconnaissance Orbiter, which revealed a substantial cave conduit beneath the Mare Tranquillitatis pit on the Moon's surface. The cave, estimated to be around 45 meters wide and up to 80 meters long, lies approximately 150 meters below the surface. Its natural structure, formed by volcanic activity, could provide a protective shield against the harsh lunar environment, including cosmic rays, solar radiation, and micrometeorites. This natural shelter could be crucial for sustaining long-term lunar missions and even future colonization efforts. The discovery of this cave highlights the importance of continued lunar research and exploration. As space agencies and scientists delve deeper into the possibilities presented by these underground structures, they are faced with both opportunities and challenges. Establishing a human base on the Moon through these natural formations will require careful planning, monitoring systems, and contingency plans for potential cave collapses. This breakthrough discovery marks a significant step forward in the pursuit of lunar exploration and habitation, offering a promising solution for protecting astronauts from the unforgiving conditions on the Moon's surface. This is the news for today, Monday, July 15, 2024. Biden criticizes Cannon's dismissal of Trump documents case. A legal conundrum unfolds. President Joe Biden expressed his disapproval of Judge Aileen Cannon's decision to dismiss the classified documents case against former President Donald Trump. Biden described the ruling as specious, indicating that he was not surprised by the outcome. This development follows a series of legal battles surrounding Trump's handling of classified documents. Judge Cannon's ruling was influenced by Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas's concurring opinion, which questioned the legitimacy of special counsel Jack Smith's appointment. This led to concerns about the constitutionality of Smith's role in the case. Trump's legal team had argued that Smith's appointment was questionable and that the funding for his office from the Justice Department was inappropriate. The dismissal of the case has significant implications for the ongoing legal debates surrounding the appointment of special counsels and independent prosecutors. This situation highlights the importance of understanding the legal framework and the potential consequences of such decisions. This is the news for today. Monday, July 15, 2024. Romania approves massive bear cull following tragic hiker death, a balancing act of wildlife management and safety concerns. Romania has authorized the culling of nearly 500 bears this year to manage the country's brown bear population. This decision follows a fatal attack on a 19-year-old hiker, Maria Diana, who was mauled to death by a bear while trekking with her partner. The incident triggered widespread public outcry and prompted Prime Minister Marcel Ciolacu to convene an emergency parliamentary session. Romania is home to Europe's largest brown bear population, outside of Russia, with around 8,000 bears. Over the past 2 decades, bears have been responsible for the deaths of 26 individuals and the severe injury of 274 others in the country. The new law permits the culling of 481 bears in 2024, more than double the previous year's figure of 220. Lawmakers argue that the bears' excessive numbers have contributed to a rise in attacks, although they acknowledge that the law alone will not eliminate future incidents. Environmental organizations, including the World Wildlife Fund, have criticized the decision, advocating for a focus on prevention, intervention, and managing problem bears, rather than mere population control. They emphasize the need for better waste management practices and discouraging people from feeding bears to mitigate human-bear conflicts. In 2023, Romanian authorities received over 7,500 emergency calls reporting bear sightings, a significant increase from the previous year. The issue of human-bear conflicts remains a pressing concern in Romania. This is the news for today. Monday, July 15, 2024. Israel strikes Hamas in Gaza. Escalation and the pursuit of ceasefire. Israel has confirmed the death of a Hamas commander in a southern Gaza airstrike, but the fate of Hamas military chief Mohammed Deif remains unclear. The strike targeted a key location in Khan Yunis, aiming at senior Hamas figures. The incident has escalated tensions in the region, with both sides trading blame and accusations. The strike resulted in significant casualties, including in designated safe zones, such as the Al-Mawasi tent camp, which has been the site of recent violence. Ceasefire talks between Israel and Hamas continue, but progress has been slow. The conflict has resulted in significant displacement and humanitarian crises, with thousands of Palestinians seeking shelter in UN schools and camps. The international community has called for restraint and a peaceful resolution to the conflict. This is the news for today. Monday, July 15, 2024. Chilling revelations. The capture of suspected serial killer Collins Jumaisi in Kenya. Kenyan authorities have arrested a 33-year-old man, Collins Jumaisi, suspected of being a serial killer. He has confessed to murdering 42 women, including his wife, starting from 2022. The arrest took place at a drinking establishment while he was watching the Euro Championship final. Significant evidence including multiple mobile devices, a portable computer, a large knife, identification documents, and women's personal attire was found at the suspect's residence. The discovery of the mutilated bodies in Nairobi has triggered widespread shock and outrage across Kenya. The suspect remains in custody as the legal process unfolds. This arrest marks a critical step in addressing issues of safety and justice within the region. The broader implications of this case highlight the need for increased safety measures and vigilance in preventing such heinous crimes in the future.